$4.56 million.
Was it split between anyone who would make it to the end, or it comes down to
one winner? Yeah.
A Harrisburg native is making his TV debut. It's coming up as player number 434 on Netflix's Squid Game, The Challenge.
Well, they're claiming it's the biggest reality TV show to ever have exist, from a cast size and from a winnings amount. A friend of mine sent me the casting call for this and said, hey, you should put in for it, it would be funny. And I was like, you know what, sure, why not?
What is up, Netflix and Squid Game Challenge? It's your boy, Joe Samarco, out here from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm a 35-year-old bank manager by day and super nerd by night. I'm a big-time gamer, convention goer, and cosplay enthusiast. And I want to be on Squid Game Challenge because it's right in the name. It's a challenge.
We had obviously a general application. We had to submit a video telling them why we want to be on, what we would do with the winnings and all that. But then once we got to some of the final stages of the selection process, we did have to pass a physical. Like a doctor had to come and examine us physically, and a psych evaluation as well, just because they were going to be placing us under some pretty stringent situations. But even for me, when I made it through the first challenge, which was red light, green light, those people made it to the dorms, which is where we were housed the whole time. And in that moment, when I saw just the amount of cameras fixed at every possible juncture, even in the bathrooms and such, and the shower stalls, I realized, wow, this is real. Because red light, green light was a very intense experience. They warned us ahead of filming that, they placed motion sensors on us. They said, you're gonna have stoppages when the song stops, and we're gonna measure everyone's data accurately. So it's gonna take some time. In reality, those stoppages were between like 10 to sometimes 25, 30 minutes. We had to hold those poses, and if we moved, we were eliminated. I was in the game itself for about 3.5 hours of filming time, and I was one of the first people through. So there were people that were in there even longer than that. And I think the production team did that intentionally to get a large number of people out to help manage their resources a little bit better. Updated the dorms to have the right amount of beds as player size got smaller and smaller. It originally started as bunk beds stacked 5 high, like you would imagine almost in a prison, just metal frames, tiny thin mattresses. And as the number went down, they took out those beds and condensed it more and more and more to make it, look like it was fully lived in with the right amount of people. But there's just this certain level, we jokingly say we trauma bonded in there. They were feeding us 1,200 calories a day roughly. We were not getting a lot of sleep for a lot of people. So when you connected with somebody in there or had a small group of people that you felt you could commune with, it really created a very strong bond, to the point that we knew we were gonna be lifelong friends after that. And we wanted to make sure we stayed in connection with our little Squiddies group, as we call ourselves. So to be very honest, up until I filmed, you could not have convinced me that reality TV was legitimate. I thought it was all scripted. I thought it was all fake. Now that I've done it, I think it's opened my eyes a lot to how that industry works. I can safely say that none of our show was scripted. It was all very authentic. I would say come prepared. It is not an easy experience, but it is a very rewarding experience. I look back on my time there and everything I accomplished, and I really feel like I grew from it and had a great experience overall. I lost 11 pounds in there over 9 days. It was definitely a physical toll.
His name is Joe Samarco, and the game inspired by the TV series puts 456 contestants against each other to compete in different children's games, all to win a cash prize of $4.56 million.